But when I was going to order it, I talked with my primary, and he said to me, I don't know what you're going to be swallowing, and I don't know anything about that. And the way you react to medications, what are you going to do when your Facebook doctor isn't there to be able to help you? And I said, well, he said, because I can't treat you. There's nobody that knows what you're taking. And so I said, okay, well, that was harsh, but let me think that through. So I didn't order them, as you know, and I got skittish. And I went to, if you look in my profile, the oncologist, the rheumatologist, the gynecologist, they sent me to all of these consults, and each one had something unusual to say, but no one was really looking at, they all kind of went towards you're getting older. And that physician said to me, well, things wear out, you are 63. I don't know what you're expecting. And I said, that's it. I am going to call you embarrassed and tell you that I should have listened to begin with, but I got skeptical. And I thought, well, what will I do if something happens to me taking this? And you said, call us. This weekend, I awakened. I found a different orthopedic who is lovely and said, you're not wearing out. Your shoulder joint is beautiful, and I don't want to inject it, which you said, because I will put arthritis in it, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to send you to physical therapy. And he said the issue is endocrine. So you're either diabetic or you have some thyroid disorder. And I said, well, I do have a thyroid disorder. And he said, well, that's what's wrong with your shoulder. So fix that. I told him all about you. And he said, well, I'm very curious about this. And if it helps you, then that's what we want. Everything's helping. I kept thinking, gosh, I don't wake up with those sick headaches. I just had it almost every day. But that wasn't even the debilitating issue. I could deal with that. It was that I had no energy. And it just got worse and worse. And I just wanted to sleep. And the other term was fibromyalgia, which I've heard that so many people, when we don't know what to say, we're going to say fibromyalgia. And so I smiled. That was rheumatology. She said, well, I don't know what it is. I think it's fibromyalgia. And I said, well, isn't that kind of a catch-all term? Should we look at my TPOs? Maybe it's Hashimoto's flare. And she said it wasn't that. So she said it wouldn't cause all of that. And kept thinking, God, I must have had something. I've always been a little bit of a adrenaline junkie. 2 master's degree, a PhD. And I'm not full of myself. It isn't bad at all, but I needed this particular degree to have this particular job. So I would put myself into school and, try to be everything to everybody. It just feels different. And truly, I didn't have the energy. It's been for a while, like maybe 2 years since the COVID vaccine. That was this first hospitalization since my pregnancy. My son's 38. And it's been ever since, but that's different than really just love life and enjoy the day and sleep hard because I've worked really hard. I did a little bit and I'm so exhausted that there's a difference between work and exhaustion and illness and fatigue. I was just really tired from having a hard day out there with the love of my life of 40 years and just having a great time.